Can you see my screen?
Yes, your screen is visible.
Next now is for charts and graph. For charts and graph. Yeah, charts and graph. We already summarized pivot tables. So, like, we already got familiar with pivot tables, which to summarize and have an overview of our data set. Good. So now, charts and graph. Charts and graph, like we all know in secondary school, charts. We use bar charts, we use pie charts, we use this, we use that. To see something by something. Maybe I want to see the amount of sales by quantity. So here now I can see region by count of smokers. I can see region by smoker status. Okay, let's go back to what we had at first. Sales data. Okay, I think here we are. Okay. Now, how do I activate my charts graph? How do I activate my charts? I don't know how I would explain how best, I don't know how I would explain charts and graph because we are familiar with graph, a visual representation of an information. Yeah, a visual representation of an information. That is used to compare trends and patterns. It's used to compare something with something, that is this field name by this field name, this by this. Now I am comparing my customer name by their sum of sales. How do I do that? Now I just have to select um, a particular location in the range I want to use. Let's say this is the table I want to use. I just have to select somewhere there. Very good to my insert. Then I just, sorry, this one would not take up to, this should not be more than 15 minutes max. So sorry for taking your time this much. The class was supposed to end like 30 minutes back. It is what it is. So how do I activate my charts? Go to insert, go to charts. Then I can just select recommended charts, or I select whatever chart I want. Let's use recommended chart. Now Excel is recommending for start column for me, and this is like a preview of what it looks like if I should use it. This is what I would have. Because I have my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 customers, top 8 customers and their prices. Then I can use bar. Maybe I don't like that one. I can use this. But okay, please, someone should remind me. I will drop maybe a note, or I don't know, I'll type it to the group, like charts and their recommendations, because there are particular charts we use for a particular requests. So there is the best use of bar charts, there's the best use of every kind of chart we have. And our charts are not limited to just one.
For what?
Not just
Your voice is low.
okay, sorry. So I was saying like I would drop like not like a list but an approach for charts and their usage. Charts and their usage. Like okay, in what situation should I use my bar charts? In what situation should I use my clustered column charts? In what situation do I use scatter plots? In what situation do I use all of these charts? Okay, yeah, these are all the charts. We have column, line, pie, bar, area, scatter, like that. So what visualization or what chart best fits a scenario? I'll drop that later if I remember. And if I don't remember, someone can remind. Okay, now so let's do it. Let's use column. Yeah, I have to do. Okay, I have my charts. This way, I have my charts already. Then it is that simple. It is that simple. Once I have my table, I just select any location from it and I go to my insert table. Sorry, insert charts, recommended charts, pick any chart I want that fits the scenario and I use it. It is that simple. Now I want to edit my charts. I want to edit my charts. What I have to do is, you see this plus sign? This one is for my chart elements, but this one is for like formatting. Maybe I want to change the style. This one is having grid lines. This one is having little grid lines and it has data bars. This one is having, this kind of design. But okay, let's say I want to change the color now. I can use it as this. I can change it to any of this like that. So this icon is for that. But this one now is for our chart element. Maybe I don't want to see the values. Okay, yeah, before I say that, I don't want to see the axes. Like I don't want to see their names. I don't want to see their what do you call it? Amounts. But then that one is necessary. As this title. I don't want to see as this title. As this title is like, okay, here would have to be customer, so maybe customer names here, and this one would have to be sum of sales. So I don't want that. I unchecked it. Then chart title. This one is very important so that for easy recognition of charts, this one is very, 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 very important. Now, if I want to do it, this is my chart title. If I want to do it now, this would be top 8 customers. This will be my top 8 customers. Stephanie. So now, okay, that is that. For my data labels, I want each of the data to have a call out, like to have its values on it. But then if I am activating this, I would have to uncheck this. For this particular chart now, it would not be so nice because everything are interwoven because of the spacing. So let's just leave it at that. My data table, maybe I want to have a table form of it inside my charts. That is it. Error bars. No, this one is just like showing something. Like, okay, the distance between the next person, like that, like that. Then for my grid lines, I don't need it. Or I might need it. My legend. For this one, I don't need legend because it's just one value is showing. It's just one information it is giving me. Then my trend line, what is trend line? This is not very necessary to, but depending on how you want to format your chart to look, you can activate this. So yeah, that is that for this particular one. Then I don't want to be seeing this name. What would I do? What would I do? Hide or field buttons. Hide or field button on charts. I have removed that customer name, showing filtered, and the sum of sales showing whatever. So now this one, I am done editing it. I can just cut and paste in my dashboard. We are not going there today. Yeah. So what's next on our list? Let's see. Yeah, today this is class 5. This is class 5. By class 6 on Sunday we'll be moving to this place. But we did last class we did sorting and filtering, we did validation, and we did data tools. Oh yeah, we did it already. Moving duplicates. I said we were coming to that, but we did it already. We did text to columns, we did transpose. So we did this, we did 2 and 1 of this because what was the major reason? It had more explanations, yeah, and because chart and graph pivot tables will take more time. I remember, yeah, that was why we did it that way. So today we are doing pivot tables, chart and graph. You see, that's the major reason we did it was because of chart and graph split it into 2. So we did all of the talking parts, all of the explanatory parts before now, and we are doing the more complex ones. Yeah, pivot tables, charts, and graph, and conditional formatting, which we are doing today. So for next class, we'll be doing macros, precedent and dependence, and what if analysis. If time permits, we'll dive into Power Query. I am not so sure. Class that we specified for an hour. Normally, it usually takes like an hour 45 minutes. But then, regardless, next class will be talking on macros, precedent and dependence, and what if analysis, if time permits, Power Query. So for today, do we have any question? Or do you think we still need to visit? Though we'll still do these charts. We'll still do these charts when we are coming to dashboards. When we get to creating dashboards, we'll know how to edit better, cut and paste it into our dashboard and that. So any question for today? Addition, subtraction. But for this, let me stop the recording. So I will see us in the next class. So for today,